Hey there, Kipsters. We're looking at questions 11 through 15 for our CST practice test. First, starting with question 11, it says jk to the negative fifth times jk to the third. There's a couple ways I could approach this problem, but the simplest way that I can see is using the product of powers rule. I have one base of jk to the negative fifth times another power with jk as the base. So since these two powers have the same base, and I'm multiplying them, I know I can really just add the exponents, and this is really going to be the same thing as jk to the negative 5 plus 3. I can add the exponents. If I do that, negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. And so this is really the same thing as jk to the negative second, which is answer A. Moving on, looking at number 12, which value is equivalent to 10 to the 8th divided by 10 to the 6th? I know that even though this is a fraction, this really means divided. And since I'm dividing, I know that I can use, since I'm dividing powers with the same base, I can use the quotient of powers rule, which says that if I'm dividing powers with the same base, all I need to do is keep the base and subtract the exponents. 10 to the 8th minus 6, that would really be 10 to the 2nd, 10 squared. I don't see that option on the list, but the reason is because the test is asking you to make a second jump, because you know that 10 squared means 10 times 10, and your answer should be 100. Moving on, 13. It's asking for the square root of 225, so you need to know which number times itself equals 225. This is either something you already have memorized, or you need to test. So if you didn't have this memorized, you would actually have to test them out. And so, okay, if A is the right answer, 15, that must mean that 15 squared would equal 225. So if A is the right answer, I need to figure out, does 15 times 15 equal, I'll put a question mark, 225? If it does, I know 15 is the right answer. If it doesn't, I'll go on to the next one. 15 times 15, I'll multiply 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. Skip a spot. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is, 1 times 1 is 1, and I add them together. That's 5, 2, 225. So absolutely, the square root of 225 is 15, because 15 squared gets me 225. And the answer is A. Moving on, if x equals 100, what is the value of 4 times the square root of x? So if it's really 4 times, I don't see the multiplication symbol, but I know that anytime a number next to a symbol really means times. It's really 4 times the square root of 100, because x is equal to 100. And I know the square root of 100 is really 10, so it's really 4 times 10. And 4 times 10 equals 40. Your answer should have been B. Last question for this video, number 15. I see the absolute value signs, the absolute value of 9 minus 5 minus the absolute value of 6 minus 8. I'm first what's going to do inside the absolute value sign, or what's inside my grouping symbol. And so inside my grouping symbol, 9 minus 5 is really, let's see if I kill subtraction, 9 plus negative 5, that equals 4. I still need to find the absolute value. Minus 6 minus 8, if I kill subtraction, that's really 6 plus negative 8, which is negative 2, and I'll still need to find the absolute value. And so I've done everything inside the grouping symbols. I still need to find the absolute value of 4, that's 4, minus the absolute value of negative 2. The absolute value of negative 2 is 2. And 4 minus 2 is 2. Your answer should have been C.